veterans died at home than they did overseas. And still today, you know, we've got our 22 plus a day that are committing suicides. I want to make sure that my son, when he gets out, has every doggone thing able to come to him that he can get and have it fine-tuned down on a national level to, you know, make it work for him and everybody like him. I grew up all over the Northwest, lived in practically every city in Washington at one time or another. My father was a lineman, traveling lineman. Done my high school in Salem at McNary High. So graduated from there, went directly into the Navy. I became a bosun's mate and I enjoyed it. You know, it was the physical aspect of the Navy. You know, hanging over the ship on a hot summer day, clipping through the water on a bosun's chair. Just kind of swinging along with the waves. Ended up in Da Nang. There was a firefight going on and they threw us in a Quonset hut and we stayed there until dawn, and progressively through the night the firefight got more advanced and it was kind of a crazy thing for an 18-year-old kid, you know. Next morning they come and unlocked, let us out. So they took us in and let us change clothes, bathe down and grubbed us up. And then we went back to that same Quonset hut and filled up defoliant cans with Agent Orange. No introduction to what it was other than the fact that it was defoliant and we sprayed it around the base. That was my introduction to Agent Orange right there when we hit the ground. We were there for about a week and they got a plane to land and take off with us, and we headed out to an aircraft carrier, get on the plane, and I'm okay with that. And then we're going out over the ocean. Pretty soon way out there you see this little speck and it's an aircraft carrier. The closer we got, the bigger it got, but still by the time we got to it, it didn't look nearly long enough for that plane to land to me. And skipped us across a couple more aircraft carriers that were in the area to a wooden decked one that was specifically a helicopter carrier. I thought I was standing a signal watch on the bridge, and so I thought somebody was signaling us. And then all of a sudden there's bullets ricocheting off the ship. So it was a wooden junk boat the Vietnamese had. You know, they threw out a loudspeaker message to them to cease and or be fired upon, and they kept firing, so they lowered a cannon on them, and that was the end of that nonsense. I discharged in '72. We weren't necessarily favored in society, you know. I didn't talk about it for a long time. Ended up becoming a lineman like my father and traveled all over, and I was up a pole, working on a pole, and somebody hollered up at me and asked me, you know, said, "You're a Vietnam vet, aren't you?" And I kind of looked at him and I said, "Yeah, I am." And so that was the first time that I ever talked about it. Pretty short time span over there marked a lot of time in my life. I got involved with a vet center in Salem. It helped a lot and just kind of let me connect, and great group of people, guys that I spent quite a few years with. I've enjoyed working with veterans, and a matter of honoring my son and my father and all the others that have served. That's why I do what I do today.